Over the last 3 weeks, you've seen me progress through my training sessions, improving and getting stronger week by week post-surgery. I've gone from hitting with green balls to hitting with ATP pros like Simon, WTA pros like Sonne, and all of that leads us to today. Today I'm going to practice with Billy Harris, who's currently ranked 362 in the world. A friend of mine who I actually played against in a match a few months ago. And let's just say it didn't go too well. There'll be a link below if you want to go and watch that. So let's jump straight into the session and stay tuned. We're going to play some points at the end. Today we were playing outside. We went through a typical usual warm-up routine. He just come off hitting with Jack Draper, so he was fresh and ready to go, but I still had to do a little bit of a warm-up. We basically did some up and down the middle hitting, just working on trying to get some depth, feel the ball, make sure that our timing was nice and good. We then moved on to doing some volley work, basically working on staying tight at the net, coming forwards. I of course couldn't do any smashes yet, but we then put that volley practice into some points. Basically what we were doing was we'd have to hit the first volley to one corner and then the point was open. Basically working on that first volley. I was very rusty on my touch. It's something that hasn't really come back to me too quickly, but it's something I'm actively working on. I can't do everything at once. And obviously it was a great game to get the eyes, the legs moving at the beginning of the session, and of course to get things competitive from the get-go. Also guys, I'll leave a link to Billy's Instagram down below. He told me one of his aims was to try and break into the top 250 this year, compete for a place in the French Open and Wimbledon qualifying draws. So that's going to be super exciting. So go and follow him over there. I'm sure he'll be in some content in the future, and we might even play each other in a match. Also, to get the heartbeat up at the beginning of this session, we did 2 cross 1 line. I was switching and then he was switching. This was great to build a rhythm. He was hitting the ball with really good depth and power, so I really had to make sure that, as well as the fact that I was breathing super heavily because we were running side to side, that I was executing on the shot and trying to get good depth on my balls as well, because obviously tennis is a sport. It's not just about how hard you're working, it's also about the execution of the shot, and arguably that's more important. So this was a great opportunity at the beginning of the session to get the heart rate up and really hit some balls and feel like I've got some volume under my belt. A lot of time throughout the session was spent on kind of these set play patterns, which we then open up into points. So we did a slice cross set play where I would feed the ball, Billy would slice cross and we'd play the point out, and the same thing for the forehand inside out where one of us would feed cross and go forehand inside out, and then the point was open. We'd always go first to 10, trying to make these points competitive, and as you will see, they definitely were. Oh yeah guys, and one other thing, only 28.2% of you that watched last week's video are actually subscribed. So if you enjoy these videos and you want to help support the channel, it would mean a lot to me if you subscribe to the channel. We've got so much awesome content coming up over the next few months. As I get back to playing tournaments on the road to 1 ATP point, I've just hired an editor to make sure that we can produce more high quality videos for you guys above my journey, and of course that I can focus on my tennis 100%. So if you're as excited as I am for the next year, it would mean a lot if you could go down there and subscribe. For me, it was great to hit with someone like Billy. I mean, he's got loads of experience on the tour. Of course, I've played him in the past. He's also a big guy, tall guy, so he hits the ball with a lot of weight of shot. It means that I have to be in the right position, ready to make contact with the shot and really hit through the balls. Otherwise, I'm going to be totally dominated by his power. Now, this was something that when we started playing points, I noticed is that I was moving and running so much. So a conscious effort in this session was for me to try and take the ball early, take the ball out in front, and try and not be dominated as much as I usually would, because that's just going to lead to me burning out, running loads, and him just winning all of the points, which we don't want.
No.
We then switched to the inside out variation. Obviously Billy's got a huge forehand, so it was super tough to, defend on my backhand side. My main aim was to get it back cross if possible, with as much depth as possible, and then scramble in the points to get whatever I could. The balls were skimming through really fast, as you can see, so I was often on the back foot, but one of my aims was to really stay, planted and firm and really like that, try and hit the ball as deep as possible, and then just in the point to hustle and fight. I managed to get a lead in this tie break, surprisingly, And then nerves got the better of me, and I ended up throwing it away.
Never celebrate too early. Yeah, nice. I want to call that out though. Yeah. Shot.
Now, of course, we did have to play some open points as well. My serve isn't quite at the level where I can be serving with the guys like Billy Harris. No doubt it is improving day by day. It wasn't something we managed to do in this session. However, we just played out of the hand points once again, like you see me play against Sonne and Simon. This time was really a challenge for me. I really tried to get one set against him, you know, being the competitive person that I am. Also, guys, if you want to see me play a full match against Billy, let's try and get this video to 5,000 likes. If we can hit that like goal, then I will play a full match against him with full commentary, and possibly his commentary as well of what he was thinking during the match. I'm going to leave these open points uncut,
No racket acceleration,
so you can really hear and feel the intensity of how we were playing and any intrusive thoughts that I was letting out on the court after I made some mistakes.
No, why am I here?
So, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.